wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating.
Let's go! What up? Wednesday motherfucking night in fascist America! I'm dreaming about one thing! Freedom. Come on! You depend, so you always win. If you arrest yourself again, I'll help you clean up the mess. Let's go. Your hoops and my obsessions always coming through.
I'm so tangled.
not worthy. I don't know the words.
Lost in my reflection.
Pay attention. You never will. I will overanalyze and fall victim. My venom lowers. Time to get to know myself. Let's go. Dude, how we doing on this Wednesday night in the fascist state of America? You depend, so you always will. If you arrest yourself again, I help you clean up the mess. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. I wonder if you ever did, yeah. I wonder if you ever did like I did. You like the hat? Yeah, the hat is fitting tonight. You can get it online. A bunch of Etsy shops make them. Make sure you get an embroidered one so it's high quality. I just wanna be free. Yeah, free. Yeah, free. Yeah, free. Yeah. Wow. No, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Love me. Free, yeah. Let's go. Come on, motherfuckers. Freedom, yeah. Oh, yeah. Whoa. All right. Dude, now that is an intro. Let's go, dude. Dude, let's go. What a fucking day, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. You want that album? All right. I will make that album available. Let me figure out how we're gonna do that shit. Dude, what a fucking day though, bro. Hold on. I got a Taco Bell cup over here. Dude. Crazy day. Crazy fucking day, guys. Like, it's hard to process what this day is, because what's funny about this is the layers of fascism that are happening right now. Okay? Because on the surface, you got Jimmy Kimmel. Okay? Did he make a comment about, yeah, MAGA trying to make these guys, you know, they're trying to convince us that he's not one of them, was the comment. But it's not even about the comment. It's not even about Jimmy Kimmel. It is about a corporate merger that is going to give one company a vast swath of the television airwaves in the entire country. That's what this is about, guys. And that's where, like, shit goes ape, because right now there's a cap. No company in America can control more than 39% of American airwaves, American TV stations. Okay? You can't control more than 39% of the TV stations in America. All right, 39% of the American households. Now, Brendan Carr, the head of the FCC, had earlier this year said, I might lift that cap. Okay, I don't think that cap's a good thing. I might be open to lifting that cap so a company can own more than 39%. Enter Nexstar, who has a $6.2 billion merger they want to pull off, which would make them go over that cap. They would own more than 39% of the airwaves in America. So Brendan Carr says, you know what? I really wish these local stations would fucking start making a big deal about these talk show hosts on late night TV saying outrageous things. So Nexstar steps up and says, well, you know what? We're going to go to ABC and be like, you remove Jimmy Kimmel or we quit you. So ABC fires Jimmy Kimmel, which is what Donald Trump wanted. And now Brendan Carr is going to lift that cap and allow Nexstar to merge that $6.2 billion deal, which is going to give them control over a whole bunch of radio stations. Over a whole bunch of television stations. Now, what kind of messaging you think they're going to put through when they control more than 39% of the TV stations, right? They're going to put through the Trump message. Now, guys, this is not the only conglomeration. Jack Space, let's go, baby. We have a lot to worry about, guys, because not only do we have this with Nexstar buying up TV stations, we have Sinclair, which is already a far-right manipulated fucking group. They're the ones who had all their newscasters read that stock statement. Remember, you probably saw the content where it had like 100 stations all saying the same shit. But Larry Ellison, who just bought CBS, right? And Warner Brothers now wants to buy TikTok. So pretty soon, what's going to happen is there's going to be like, I don't know, 7 Trump stands that control all of the United States media. Every bit of information that we get is going to be filtered through companies owned by like 10 people that are all like polishing Trump's knob, right? Dude, I mean, if there was ever a time for revolution, we're getting close, guys. The time for revolution, I'm going to have to look at my watch, bro. Let me check my watch, but it's looking like we are getting close to revolution. So yeah, let's look into this. Okay, you like that Trump impersonation, dude? Dude, I can polish a knob like nobody's business, boss. Yeah, no, I mean, Shock does have a point. Independent media does have a strong foothold. And as of right now, YouTube is still solid. Okay, YouTube is still solid. I have no complaints with YouTube and their First Amendment. Like YouTube thus far, I've had no issues with First Amendment. I did with Twitch. Twitch demonetized political streamers. So they were having great issues. TikTok has a lot of issues. Okay. Twitter has issues, but in the opposite realm where they won't fucking get rid of any speech. But too fractured, you think you're too fractured? I'm not fractured, boss. I'm feeling like feisty and ready to go. But let's look at this shit. Congress has zero influence? No, Congress has plenty of influence. I mean, if Congress weren't Trump stands, if we take back the House, all of this changes. Okay, it does. We take back the House, and that's the one mission. We have one goal right now. We need to take back the House, and we need to take back the House with enough seats that we're not worried about being able to like advance legislation. Okay, but we take back the House, and all of this grinds to a fucking halt. Now, it's not going to be easy because they are going to cuck the vote in every way possible. So we have to turn out in like mass numbers, okay? Like the biggest fucking midterm turnout we've ever had kind of shit is what we need. you know. All right, dude, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not a defeatist. Okay, I don't do any of this. It's already over shit. I grew up watching the Oakland Raiders in the 70s, and we won a lot of games in the last 30 seconds of the game. So I'm a believer that we keep our eye on that next mission and we fucking win it. I mean, already, if you look at it, you look at all the fucking, like, you look at all the, what do you call it? All the special elections, and Dems are kicking ass. Dude, stop saying, will there be midterms? Like, quit saying that shit. That's stupid. There were elections in the middle of the civil fucking war, people. Nothing stops American elections. Like, stop saying, will there be midterms? Dude, they had elections in the middle of the fucking civil war. Like, learn your history, bro. The elections aren't going anywhere. The thing is, though, is the voter suppression is here. We got to turn out in droves. You got to stop asking, will there be midterms? And you got to start busting your ass to make sure that we turn out the fucking vote. Okay? Right? You do. You got to quit being like, oh, will there be midterms? Oh, are we going to? Oh, you know what I mean? States run the elections. Okay? States run the elections. The federal government doesn't have a goddamn thing to do with the elections. Okay? They don't. They have zero control over it. Let's go. Dude, yeah, you got to make sure you're registered. I mean, I'm going to give you a cheat sheet, guys. Okay? Here's the deal. Is you need to make sure you're registered. You need to make sure the people in your friend group or family group are registered. And then you need to check that registration religiously, especially if you live in a red or purple state. Okay? This is important because they're going to be kicking people off rolls. They're going to be, right? They're going to be pulling all kinds of shady shit. So what you need to do is you need to become aware now of like your registration status and how you monitor this. And then you have to watch it like a hawk the whole time. And you got to be very vigilant of having everybody you know watch this shit too. Now, if you're in a blue state like Oregon, you know, you're probably going to have it much easier, but they are going to pull a lot of fucking, like, they're going to pull a lot of shit, guys. They are. Okay, they are going to pull every trick in the book, but we do have to stay vigilant. We got to stay woke, right? But I think we're going to be all right, guys. You know what I mean? Because the thing you got to remember is there's a Hassan clip that I want you guys to see. Okay, that I think is very good. All right, because he's right. I know a lot of people, you don't like Hassan. You got a love-hate relationship with Hassan. I understand that, but we are going to watch this one clip that I reposted because I think he hits on something that's really important, okay, that you guys got to remember, okay? Consider this like a little pep talk, okay? A lot of times, you know, I know Hassan has gone through periods where the shit going on in the Middle East has really gotten to him and he has dwelled in negativity and shit. Dude, Cajun Spice, President Punkin, let's go. Holy shit, dude, that's a huge one, dude. Thank you, Cajun Spice. Let's go. Right? I know that sometimes Hassan has gotten mired in, some people have thought he's like, you know, dealt with a lot of negativity and shit when he's been going through shit. And like a lot of people, whatever, they've been going through a lot with the global actions. But what he is saying here right now is dead on. Because the thing you got to realize, guys, and the thing we got to keep our eye on the ball, we got to remember that, like, the government is not the power, okay? That's why they're reaching and overreaching and scrambling and being like the threatened parent. If you break one more rule, I'm going to take all your shit away. Okay, they are like overloaded and stressed because they know that, like, we have the numbers. Okay, we have the numbers by a long shot. But watch this clip. Okay,
I am an anti-fascist. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck this administration. This administration is a fascist one. I am an anti-fascist. What the fuck are we doing? What's next? Are they going to openly go, nope, we are a fascist government now? They're going to just say that? Is that what we're doing? Because anti-fascism is just fascism. Bro, don't say that right now. Oh, what the fuck? Get out of here, dude. listen, you need to understand something, okay?
Right here.
These people are not strong. They're fucking weak.
They are
They
weak.
fear you being united, okay? We have the numbers. There are Americans of good conscience everywhere, okay? And because they're so fearful that if the people stand united, that they'll never be defeated, that they try to pick apart. They try to divide the masses. They try to make an example out of people, okay? And when institutions don't actually respect...
That's a big one, guys. The making an example, like trying to charge a guy who throws a sandwich with 20 years, Tesla 30 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you say something bad about Charlie Kirk, you're getting fired, right? We're going to get everybody fired. They are trying, but they're doing that, guys, because they're weak. They're doing that because they're scrambling. They're doing that. It's like digging their nails into the back of fucking, their attempt at having control. And the fact of the matter is, though, is we come together and we fucking fight back. Okay? We come together and we fight back.
When institutions don't actually respond in defense of the citizens in a country like the United States of America, especially, okay, if institutions don't respond, if people don't respond, if they actually obey in advance, then regardless of how weak they are, regardless of how fearful they are, they win. And it doesn't stop. When they get a victory, they do not stop. That just emboldens them to dig deeper. This is how it fucking works. They do not have enough confidence. They do not have the numbers. There is a lot of discontent against this administration.
Dude, a ton. Like, if you look at the poll numbers, okay, even today, guys, Trump's numbers are in the tank, guys, okay? Dude, look at his fucking polls, dude. His net approval is -17. It's the lowest it's ever been. Dude, he is like underwater on everything, okay? Underwater on everything, bro. Look at this. Fucking all -14. Look at his net approval, dude, right? -91 on Democrats, -28 on independents. Look at the Republicans. Only 78 plus on the Republicans. He's even lost a significant amount of support from his own caucus, okay? He's not doing well, okay? He's not. And when you see it broken down, right? Look at this. They did a fucking poll. Trump versus Newsom. That's hilarious. Even if Trump tries to run again, which he can't, but even if he does, he's gonna fucking lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, we don't know who our candidate's gonna be. But let me find where it does the polls by. There was a poll I saw that was by policy. Right? All right, here's one. Here's the YouGov poll. Look at this. Immigration, he's -7. Crime, -7. Guns, -17. Civil rights, -17. The economy, -22. Inflation, -34. And let me just tell you guys, you ready? It ain't getting any better, okay? It is like, this is the best the economy is going to be in this entire administration. Like, enjoy it while you can, guys. With the rest of this summer, go ahead and spend on something you feel good about, because it is going to fucking get bad. Okay? This is the best we are going to have it. This is it. This is it. This is all you got, guys. Right? I mean, by 2028, a significant number of farmers are going to have lost their farms. There are going to be small businesses that are completely going out of business, and there's not even going to be job openings for them. Like it is, I believe we're going to have some 2008 vibes. Now, we don't want to fuck this up though, because in 2028, we need a full Democratic, like all three houses, right? Both houses in the presidency, like a 60 vote sort of deal, or as close to 60 as we can get. Like we got to not fuck this up. Okay. We do. Right. But save money now. Yeah. I mean, I would like to save money. I'm trying to save a little money. I use credit. I'm bad with money, but I'm also though, I'm in a privileged position. I mean, I have a house and it's paid off. So I have access to money. Like we can always get money. You don't want civil war. See, I don't think the civil war is realistic. I don't think anybody wants civil war. I think we would just, like a bunch of blue states would just defect before there's going to be a civil war. Like, what are they going to do, dude? They don't have a big enough military to conquer the whole United States. Like, look at Russia, okay, and the Ukraine. You see what a fucking disaster it is? How many men have died in Russia? Like, do you think Trump's 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗹𝗀 military could take over the United States? It's Pete fucking 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗹𝗀. They fired all the fucking good generals. Dude, the military's a fucking jackhole, right? They couldn't take over shit, bro. Right? They're not taking over shit. Okay? Pete 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗹𝗀 and a bunch of fucking D-grade generals trying to take over the fucking United States. Like, come on, it's unrealistic, bro. It's unrealistic, dude. Yeah. There's no way, bro. He even backed off sending the National Guard to Chicago because Trump's a fucking pussy, bro. Okay? He's a pussy, dude. Fuck him. All right? He is a cuckold, right? He gets on the net and he types in cuckoldry. He types in the whole word too, dude. He's like, what is cuckoldry? 𝗙𝗎𝗆𝗆. How do you spell it? R-Y. Dude. Seriously. Fuck these guys, bro. We are going to kick their ass. All right.
Discontent against this administration. They do not have the numbers. They can't even get the fucking National Guard to be deployed everywhere. They can't do that. And even if they were to do that, there is no guarantee of success because the National Guard is also comprised of your fucking neighbors.
Yes.
Okay? There's no guarantee that those guys are going to be like, all right, well, we're loyal servants of fascism now.
Yeah. See, I think he brings up a good point too, is like a National Guard sent in to fucking whatever to like pick up trash and stand on street corners is one thing. But like, if 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗹𝗀 tried to send the National Guard into like killing like fucking democratic neighborhoods of people, I don't think they're going to do it, guys. I don't think they're fucking doing that, man. I know at least half of those guys would be like, fuck this, bro. They would be like, fuck this. Okay. Like not everybody in this group is Benny fucking Johnson. And you know what I'm saying? Not everybody in there are these fucking clowns, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's true. It's true. You gotta stop being fucking negative Nancy's and convincing yourself you can't fight. You need to find some fight. Okay? You need to find some fucking fight and believe in this shit. You know what I mean? Or you're gonna get worked, right?
These are the actions of a weak administration. These are not the actions of a strong administration. If they were strong, they wouldn't feel the need to stamp out any sort of discontent. If they were strong, they wouldn't feel the need to try to put the fear of God in your hearts, in your minds, in your soul, to stop you, to make you think twice before you engage in any sort of anti-fascist action, before you engage in any sort of demonstration, because they are afraid. It is upon all of us to make sure that we don't stand down.
Yes.
Okay? Today will be the easiest day for you to express your discontent. Tomorrow, it will get harder. And the day after, it will be even harder than that. And the less we express our discontent, the less we express our frustrations, the more this administration will feel emboldened to do more of the same.
See, he's exactly right, guys. Like you got to look at it in, like, for example, the guy goes up and throws a sandwich at the National Guard, but he beat the rap because the rap was bullshit. So the thing is we got to fucking keep speaking up. We got to keep putting ourselves out there and being the voices and the protests and fucking voting with their pocketbooks and shit. And no matter how they pick us off and try to make examples of us, we're not going to slow down. Okay? Yes, you cannot just sit back and watch. Okay? We have to speak up. Like, even if it's little things. Like, for example, let me just show you in tiny ways. Like, for example, with Jimmy Kimmel, right? One of the first things I did was this. Okay, was I tagged the Screen Actors Guild. Okay, where is it? I tagged SAG-AFTRA that said, hey guys, you guys should consider a SAG-AFTRA strike. The number of people that work on ABC shows and shit that are rep by SAG-AFTRA, it's like everybody. If SAG-AFTRA goes on strike against companies that fire people with the First Amendment, we fucking create change. We can contact SAG-AFTRA. We can tag them online, every one of us. We can go to the people we know who are actors. There's a bunch of actors here. I'm going to be mentioning to the local here about, like, yeah, SAG-AFTRA should get involved here. There's union workers in Hollywood, okay? We can fucking fight back against this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can boycott personally. Like, the thing about it is, though, is we just gotta not get into this like, oh, they've won mentality. Because trust me, guys, the thing about this is they don't have the power, okay? That's why they're fighting so hard about this. Even with the Charlie Kirk shit where they're trying to get people fired. Dude, you know how many people are gonna sue their jobs after this thing? Like, even with the short-term firings, a lot. There's going to be a lot of lawsuits. Texas Tech, the fucking school that arrested that woman, even though they're not going to charge her, they're going to get sued, man. They're going to pay a hefty fucking price. Okay? You can't be arresting people for fucking saying tasteless shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not illegal. Okay? It's not illegal to not support Charlie Kirk. Okay? Fuck Charlie Kirk. Okay? Fuck that guy. He's a racist, misogynist, transphobic piece of trash. Okay? And I won't be silenced. They're not fucking getting me fired, right? And even if they did get me fired, I would just pop up somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But like, we do have to keep our eye on the ball. Okay? Which is maintaining, like, and I know I've said this before, okay? But You have to work very hard. You ready? I'm going to spell it out for you in simple terms, guys. We, all of us, me, you, our neighbors, the people in your family, the people in your close friend group, you have to be vigilant about, like, nurturing and maintaining your own sense of personal empowerment. Okay? Whatever that looks like. It could be like staying physically fit, eating healthy, doing yoga, meditating, having weekly meetings of your friend group to just get together and remind each other that we, the people, have the power. Because the number one thing they try to do with this shit, with the overdose, right? Like Trump sues for $15 billion, that ridiculous lawsuit against the New York Times. Right? Or 20 years for throwing the sandwich. They're trying to get you to give up your sense of personal empowerment to where you think there's not going to be an election. I can't fight it anyway. So now I'm just going to go ahead and silently obey and let them just trample us. And you cannot let that happen. You have to maintain your sense of personal empowerment where you wake up every day and you do whatever you need to do to know that you have the power to fight these scrambling, flailing motherfuckers. Okay? And then don't get down. Don't get focused on what they're doing. Stay focused on what we need to be doing. Okay? I'm telling you, right? It's like sometimes you gotta like pro athletes do this. Okay? Pro athletes, if you like sports is a great way. It's a great metaphor. Start like paying attention to how athletes do, because athletes will be in a crowd in an opponent's stadium. Everyone's yelling and fucking not on their side. Everything's going wrong. They're playing badly. They're throwing interceptions. They have to shut all that out, and they have to focus on just making the next play. Okay? Getting that next play. Okay? The team, we get together, we get in the huddle, and we're like, no dissent. There's no can't do this. We're going to go out and we're going to execute that next play. And you just have to string that shit together. And it requires like focus and determination and practice. You have to practice it. Okay? And if you already struggle with like anxiety and shit like that, then you may have to practice a little harder than you might normally do under the Trump administration. Now, I am going to recommend, guys, a meditation practice. Even if you do 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, meditation, it changes your brain chemistry. It's like super powerful. If you can afford it, do something like yoga or body work, or get a gym membership, go and do like step aerobics or something where you can fucking, I don't know, get those endorphins going, and you know, participating in a group activity is nice, but you definitely want to be cultivating shit, okay? You want to be cultivating shit that makes your own personal empowerment stay like right there, okay? We're not going to give in to their overreaction, to their flooding the zone with negativity, okay? And with feelings of like, it's fucked, okay? Yeah, walking the neighborhood. I think right now would be a good time to get to know who your allies are in the neighborhood, right? If you know other left-wing people in your neighborhood or in your school or in your workplace, I would befriend them and I would get close with them. I think AOC said something a while back where she said community is going to win this. And she's right. Community is going to win this, guys. So, and we have this locally, okay? We do. We have this locally, like your friend group, your neighbors, right? Community. Maybe have a weekly check-in where you guys just get together and remind each other that you're empowered. Whatever you need to do, man, it is like we really have to ramp that shit up, okay? Because they're trying hard to make us feel like it's over, okay? They are. Dude, they are trying hard to make us just feel like it is over and done with. And it's just not, okay? It is not, guys. We are a long way from over, okay? We're a long way from over. Trump is losing a lot of battles, but they are definitely emboldened, okay? They are. Every time they get away with something, right? Like the minute they pushed around Columbia, then they started pushing around Harvard, right? The minute that CBS fucking bowed down and Paramount bowed down, now they're going after ABC. Although ABC, they did it twice now with ABC. Like, fuck ABC, bro. You know what I'm saying? I am about done with fucking ABC. But, oh, dude, a back scratch. Right? Indivisible? Yeah. No, it was great. South Park might have bent the knee as well. Well, I don't know that South Park is bending the knee. Okay. They're just, if they, you know, you don't want to be tasteless. Okay. I understand being fucking, you know, they don't want to be tasteless. I don't think they're going to bend the knee. I just think, you know, if they had a bunch of Charlie Kirk shit, they're not going to do it the week he gets blown away. And I agree with that. Okay. Now let's look at the Jimmy Kimmel thing though. Okay. Dude, we got to look at this Jimmy Kimmel thing. All right. Because, you know, because first let's look at what he said. Okay. Here's the piece they flipped out about. It's not even bad, guys. You ready? This shit is not even a fucking big deal, bro. Now, mind you, this was the very first day is when this was like the day after. So there's been a lot of misinformation. Dude, this kid is of MAGA. Okay, he is. He was raised by a MAGA family. He was raised in MAGA gun culture. He was raised in a MAGA culture that wouldn't accept his bisexuality, wouldn't allow him to be a fully free human being. And so whatever turned him into this nihilist, like somebody who saw Charlie Kirk's racism and as a bad thing and decided to end him, whatever caused him to get to that point, all of it started with his MAGA roots. You know what I'm saying? That he came from MAGA, which is accurate. He is the product of a MAGA, like a religious, Christian MAGA family. Okay? And I think one of the things, guys, is no matter how we got radicalized to be a black pill sort of deal, at the end of the day, I'm going to go out on the record and say this. It was the right-wing MAGA Mormon household that made him vulnerable to being radicalized. That I will go on record as saying. That's the fact of Tyler Robinson. It was that austere, religious, no room to be yourself, gun-toting, aggressive right-wing household that created a kid vulnerable to being radicalized by whatever, by memes, by black pill, by Groyper. Doesn't matter what radicalized him. What matters is the family conditions that set him up to be vulnerable to that shit. Right, he grew up in intolerance. He grew up where there was no room to breathe. And so he ended up being somebody that exploded in rage and did something fucking horrible. Accurate, okay? Accurate. This shit is on them, okay? He literally grew up the way Charlie Kirk said you're supposed to grow up, and it created a crucible of somebody who was radicalized to be this black pill meme culture like hater who then went and ended Charlie Kirk's life. I mean, if there was ever an advertisement for not growing up in a red pill MAGA environment, this kid is it. But here we go.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom.
The ballroom!
Which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years.
Dude, there you go. It's like Trump. How are you holding up with the loss of this dear fucking close person? Oh, have you seen the ballroom? Can I tell you about the ballroom? Like, what a fucking loser clown, bro. Jesus.
And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition,
Dude.
Construction.
The fourth stage of grief, construction.
This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish.
There you go, right? So that is the clip that fucking had Trump up in arms. But now, guys, it goes beyond this, okay? Because yeah, I mean the what is it? Is it the Streisand effect or what's the name of that? Where they're gonna have the opposite by banning fucking by banning. Is it the Streisand effect? Yeah, that's it. Now I want to show you something else though, guys. Because this is important to notice, okay? Because, let me find the thing. Okay, dude, see, look. This was from July 22nd, okay? July 22nd, guys. This is several months ago. Trump says the word is, and it's a strong word at that, Jimmy Kimmel is next to go in the untalented late night sweepstakes, and shortly thereafter, Fallon will be gone. These are people with absolutely no talent who were paid millions of dollars for, in all cases, destroying what used to be great television. It's really good to see them go, and I hope I played a major part in it. So he was calling this out in July already. They've been trying to get rid of these guys. Why? Simply because they make fun of Donald Trump, and they're better than Donald Trump. They're good at making fun of him, and so he hates it. I mean, he's been wanting to silence these guys for a while, okay? For a while. And at the end of the day, though, Trump talked about the ballroom in Charlie Kirk. He didn't even go to the vigil at the Kennedy Center. Trump went golfing, okay? Trump was like dancing at the Yankee game, doing his little jerk it dance, right? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give a shit about Charlie Kirk. He's just bummed that it's going to be harder for them to groom young men. That's all. He doesn't really care. But dude, he's been after Kimmel. Now, I don't really want to like look at fucking like Jake Tapper. You know, I have some issues with Jake Tapper. I do. I find Jake Tapper to be very problematic. However, he does a pretty good job here of summarizing this whole situation with Nexstar. So I think we should watch this, right? I haven't found anybody that does it so succinctly. So unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with fucking Jake Crapper on this one. MAGA Jake. I know, dude, but you know what? I'm not going to fucking get rid of a good source. I'm not going to get rid of a good piece of information just because I hate the messenger. Okay. But he really does sum it up here.
Make sense of the fact that...
All right, here we go.
So how do we make sense of the fact that late night host Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely lost his show because of comments he made Monday night in which he said that the MAGA gang was really trying hard to prove that Charlie Kirk's assassin was not one of theirs so that they could score political points. That's what he said. Well, follow the money. In August, Nexstar, the largest owner of TV stations, local TV stations in the country, announced that they wanted to purchase their rival Tegna for more than $6 billion.
Yeah, so that's the merger, okay? It's the Nexstar Tegna, okay? This is the fucking merger right here, right? This is it, okay? It is about the Nexstar Tegna merger, okay? Nexstar wants to purchase Tegna for $6.2 billion, okay? But they can't do it. They can't do it without Brendan Carr at the FCC removing the cap, because there's a cap that says, you know, you can't own more than 39% of the nation's television airwaves. And they're going to go over 39 cents. So Nexstar is trying to buy Tegna for $6.2 billion, and they need Brendan Carr's approval. Okay, Brendan Carr needs to approve of this, right? Okay, this is exactly what it is. Okay, and so Nexstar has 200 partner stations in 116 markets. Tegna owns 64 stations across 51 markets. So now if they do this merger, they're going to own more stations than you're allowed to. So not only like do they need to get approval, but Brendan Carr has to change the rules. Yeah, dude, we're talking about how they are starting to let these media companies, they are letting them conglomerate to control the messaging, okay?
Now, in order for that deal to go through, Nexstar would need the approval of the Federal Communications Commission. And in fact, they would need the FCC to lift the cap, a 39% cap that the FCC has, which is a rule that states no company can own enough TV stations to reach more than 39% of the households in the United States. And this deal going through would violate that cap.
Now, I want to go on record and say that the cap should be way lower than that. Okay? Should be way lower than that. Like you shouldn't be able to own more than like 20% of the fucking stations. Like, it's just really ridiculous that we are allowing the media to be conglomerated, and especially like social media too. The way they're like, you know, Facebook buys Instagram, buys WhatsApp, buys, you know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. Dude, I know Jake Tapper's annoying, but he sums it up good. So we're using the information.
The current chair of the FCC, Brendan Carr, he earlier this year said that he would be willing to entertain lifting what he called arcane artificial limits on how many TV stations any one company can own. Okay, so that's where we are. Nexstar wanting to get the FCC's approval, the FCC commissioner making it clear that his mind is open. Today, Wednesday, the FCC commissioner goes on a podcast, a MAGA podcast.
This is now the Benny Johnson show that we're about to see, dude. The Benny Johnson show right here.
And makes it very clear that he did not like the comments that Jimmy Kimmel made on Monday night. He calls Kimmel talentless. And then he says...
So I think, again, Disney needs to see some change here, but the individual licensed stations that are taking their content, it's time for them to step up and say, this, you know, garbage, to the extent that that's what comes down the pipe in the future, isn't something that we think serves the needs of our local communities. But this sort of status quo is obviously not acceptable where we are.
You believe that?
So you see that? You see what he did? So he went on a podcast today saying, like, basically, because he didn't want to come right out and fucking do it himself. So what he said was we need the local stations to come out and start having an issue with what's being said on the airwaves. And so then Nexstar was like, oh, hey, we want to get our $6.2 billion merger approved, and we want him to remove the cap. So guess what? We're going to go complain about that guy that they hate, and they're really, really trying to get rid of. So they went and said, you know what, ABC? We have a problem with Jimmy Kimmel, and we need you to remove him or we're going to bounce. Okay, so then ABC was allowed to do this by making a business decision, right? You know what I mean? So this whole thing is just Brendan Carr letting them know what you need to do in order to get your merger approved. They step up and did it, okay? Then ABC acquiesced and got rid of Kimmel, and now when Nexstar goes before the FCC, Brendan Carr is going to remove that cap, and he's going to let them buy, you know, Tegna for $6.2 billion. And then the fascists that did this in order to get that merger, they're now going to control an obscene amount of the local television airwaves. And guess who they're going to fucking parrot as soon as they do that, right? It's going to be like North Korea, bro. They're going to just be like, Trumpy so good. Trumpy so good. They're going to be like mainlining Trump, like, oh, mega, right? Dude, yeah, bro, it's fucked up.
He's calling on local TV stations to reject the Jimmy Kimmel show. That was posted on Twitter or X at 1:01 p.m. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Within hours, Nexstar makes the announcement that the company's owned and partnered television stations affiliated with ABC will preempt Jimmy Kimmel because they object to recent comments made by Kimmel. And then, shortly after that, ABC television network announced that they were suspending Kimmel's show. And so, while there are no doubt people who are legitimately offended by what Kimmel said, and no doubt tensions are high and feelings are fraught, there is also a lot of money to be made, and there are also a lot of people who want to endear themselves to the FCC commissioner and President Trump.
Yeah, see, there we go. Now, guys, you got to realize that like when you say, I know I wasn't offended either, but the MAGAs were probably offended, but there's other shit going on right now because we have the Trump scandal. Okay, like you saw Trump, how he's filing this $15 billion lawsuit. Okay, so there's this huge scandal here that the New York Times just posted this. Okay, this article, it's a huge scandal with the UAE and Trump. Massive, okay, massive fucking scandal here. Okay, where the UAE invested into Trump's crypto billions, and then Trump approved the UAE getting chips. It was like a lucrative transaction involving the Trump family's cryptocurrency firm and an agreement giving the Emiratis access to AI chips were connected in ways that have not been previously reported. Now, this is why Trump filed that $15 billion lawsuit, is because of this article, okay, which came out 2 days ago, right? 3 days ago, right? 2 days ago, but 3 days ago now, because we're after the midnight hump. But so let me gift article this if you guys want to read it. Okay, here we go. I got a fucking gift article. There's a freebie if you want to read it yourself. If you have the paywall situation with the New York Times. But this summer, Steve Witkoff, President Trump's Middle East envoy, paid a visit to the coast of Sardinia, stretch of the Mediterranean Sea crowded with super yachts. On one of those extravagant vessels, Witkoff sat down with a member of the ultra-rich ruling family of the UAE. He was meeting Sheikh Tahnoun bin Zayed Al Nahyan, a trim figure in dark glasses who controls 1.5 trillion of the fucking Emirati sovereign wealth. Dude, the amount of money these guys have is ridiculous. Okay, it was the latest engagement in a consequential alliance. Over the past few months, Witkoff and the Sheikh had become diplomatic allies and business partners, testing the limits of ethics rules while enriching the president, his family, and his inner circle. Okay? At the heart of their relationship are two multi-billion-dollar deals. Okay? Right? Copy paste, what? Copy pasted in Discord? All right. Oh, dude, it's in the chat, right? Can you copy? You can copy paste it, can't you? Or I'll put it in Discord, but oops. There you go. So at the heart of their relationship are two multi-billion-dollar deals. One involved a crypto company founded by Witkoff and the Trump families. So our fucking envoy to the Middle East, guys, Mr. fucking Witkoff here, is founding crypto companies with the Trump family. Like, this is so gnarly, dude. This is so gnarly, okay? The other involved a set of valuable computer chips that benefited the Emirates economically. While there is no evidence that one deal was explicitly offered in return for the other, the confluence of the two agreements is itself extraordinary. Taken together, they blurred the lines between personal and government business and raised questions about whether U.S. interests were served. In May, Witkoff's son announced the first of the deals at a conference in Dubai. One of Sheikh Tahnoun's investment firms would deposit $2 billion into World Liberty Financial. That's a cryptocurrency startup founded by Witkoff and the Trumps. 2 weeks later, okay? So Witkoff's son announces, hey, the UAE guy is putting $2 billion in our fucking crypto startup we have with Trump. And then 2 weeks later, the White House agreed to allow UAE to access hundreds of thousands of the world's most advanced and scarce computer chips, a crucial tool in the high-stakes race to dominate artificial intelligence. Now, why the fuck are we giving our precious AI chips to the fucking Middle East, bro? What the fuck are we doing? Right? This is America first. Right? I mean, Trump said he was America first, but we're giving all our shit to UAE. Yeah, because it's Trump bank account first is what it is. Okay? Many of the chips would go to G42, a sprawling technology firm controlled by the Sheikh, despite national security concerns that the chips could be shared with China. They could be shared with anyone. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They could be shared with anyone. Now, I'm just going on the record as saying that, like, these guys in the Middle East have not been trustworthy ever, okay? There is not a single country in the Middle East, UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, none of them have been fucking, like, had our best interests in mind or have been, like, unwilling to fuck us over, okay? There's, like, no loyalty there in the Middle East whatsoever, Okay, none. You know, but dude, isn't this wild? These are the same people that are like, you know, so filled with Islamophobia and anti-Muslim and shit here. They're trying to get Muslims thrown out of the country. And then they're making billion-dollar deals with Muslims in the Middle East, right? So So it's like they don't even have an issue with Muslims at all, okay? They just pretend like they have an issue with Muslims to create some type of chaos and hatred here, you know, on the domestic home front. Meanwhile, they're fucking in business with them and just fucking cashing, you know, hitting that cash register. Dude, it is crazy. All right, those negotiations involved another key White House official with ties to the tech industry and the Middle East, and it's David Sacks, of course. A longtime venture capitalist, Mr. Sacks serves as the administration's AI and crypto czar, a newly created position that has allowed him to shape tech policy even as he continues to work in Silicon Valley. Okay, the Times found that the agreements were intertwined in ways that have not been previously reported and that they provoke concerns about conflicts of interest even from staff members in the Trump administration. So even the people in the Trump admin are like, WTF, bro. WTF, dude. Okay, so here's what we got. We got Sheikh Tahnoon, the Emirati guy. He invests $2 billion in Binance, okay, using digital coins from World Liberty Foundation or Financial. Okay, so he invests $2 billion in Binance using digital coins from Trump's company, World Liberty Foundation. Why do I keep saying foundation? World Liberty Financial. God damn it. All right. And that is run by Trump, his kids, and Witkoff. They founded it. So, dude, again, though, why is the president and his family and the Middle East envoy creating a crypto company? And why are they doing business with companies in the Middle East? That is like the highest level of corruption. Okay. And then the sheik, in exchange for that deal, he's getting access to AI chips in an agreement with the White House, right, in discussions involving Witkoff and David Sacks. Okay, so David Sacks, Trump's crypto czar, and one of the founders of the company are the ones approving these chips after this huge $2 billion investment. And now, dude, this is the second time Trump has gotten $2 billion from the Middle East. Dude, Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia after they let him bonesaw the goddamn journalist. All right? God. Dude, this is crazy, bro. Unfucking believable. So the shit is going down. Foundation. Dude, let's go. Engrain, I love you. Nah, dude, do it up. No, I thought that was funny, bro. That's good. All right, dude, should we do a dance party goal? Dude, let's get a dance party goal. All right, we're going to do it. I'm going to do one. I don't have a lot of time tonight, so I'm doing it for 30 minutes. All right, we're going to try and get a dance party in 30 minutes. $2 super chats. All we need are 10 of them, not stickers. Okay, and we're going to dance right away. So maybe we'll do 2 goals, dude. Maybe we need multiple dances. But we're going to do a fucking dance party goal. $2 super chats. All right, let's go. 30 minutes, though. We got to fucking move with this shit. There it is. All right. Let's see if we can make it happen, baby. Bada bing. Dude, it is scary, dude. This shit is wild, bro. It's fucking, right? Ah. But yeah, man, we're living in the upside down, guys. Okay? So they reviewed correspondence, interviewed more than 75 people. Witkoff advocated to give Emiratis access to the chips. Dude, Breckos, let's go, baby. Oh, oh. All right, so Witkoff advocated to give the chips, dude, at the same time that they were fucking getting that big crypto investment. Dude, Derp, let's go, baby. Dude, 6 cents, let's go. All right, Dude, I love that. All right, and Sachs was a key figure in the chip negotiations, raising alarm from some Trump admin officials who believed it was improper for a working venture capitalist to help broker deals that could benefit his industry and investors in his company. And see, this is another thing that's dirty. Dude, Willem, let's go, baby, is the fact that all of these people, everybody that is involved in this shit in Trump's administration, they all have their hands in the cookie jar, man. All of them do. Every single one of Trump's cabinet members has some like major vested business interest involved in the Trump administration, in the shit they're working on. Like everything they are working on is to the benefit of somebody in the administration. There's not a single thing that is getting done in this administration for us. Every single move that is getting made is being made to benefit them or their personal business interests. What can we do about it? We got to win the House back in 2026. And then we have to try to win the Senate in as much as we can in 2026 and 2028. And then we got to vote for whoever wins the goddamn Democratic primary, right? And we have to fucking like not let them continue this barrage, okay? We have to cut it off. But winning the House will significantly fucking slow this shit down. Dude, Engrain, let's go. Dude, Grandma, let's go. And that, well, Layla, I mean, elections are only a year away. And you're right, it is a long time away. But in the meantime, what you can do is, in the meantime, you, I mean, I don't know what you do about this particular chip thing. I guess stay vocal about it, okay? One thing, this is a good point. One thing I would say is one thing you can do is you can stay really vocal about this. Like, you know how they're just a constant stream of misinformation? I think one thing we can all do is, yes, you can keep showing up here, keep showing up in your local communities, keep like your spirit of like, you know, self-empowerment high, take good care of yourself, and then combat their misinformation. Like, we can flood the zone too on social media with the truth. We can flood the zone of like shining a light on this corruption. And we can talk to our friends and neighbors about this kind of corruption and make sure people are understanding what's going on here. Dude, join the DSA is a great way of doing it. Dude, let's go, Matt. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, why do you stay on Twitter? But I stay on Twitter because I'm not completely torn up by the negativity there. And I also realize that I can combat misinformation there, you know, and which needs to happen too, right? You know, so we can all participate in that, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or fucking Instagram or whatever, MySpace, whatever platform you young kids are doing these days. Right, there it is. Cats up. Let's go. We did it. Holy shit, dude. We did it in fucking, dude, that was, I think, the fastest we ever achieved the goal, bro. Holy shnikes, dude. Let's go, dude. Blossom. That's him. Let's go. Willem with another one. Let's go. All right. Dude, all right, we're going to dance right now. All right, fuck it. We dance right now. Zero wait. Immediate dance. And then we're going to do another dance goal, dude. All right, we're going to do 2 of them tonight. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Whoa. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. Let's go. I got it in the hips, boss. Oh, wait, why did I turn the light off? It's not the end of the night. Sorry, guys. I'm turning the light off. I thought it was like the end of the stream. It's not. Yeah, dude, I got some hips, baby. Whoa. Let's go. I got the jiggle in the hips. All right. Here we go. Here we go. You hear it? Do you guys hear the music? Just kidding. I haven't started it. Let's Let's go. Oh, I know there's no music because I haven't started it. Fucking with you. Let's go. Oh, shit. Dude, got you. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Dude, I'll admit, dude, dancing makes me feel better, guys. Right? Dude, you don't see how looking right in the face. Dude, John, you're being negative, boss. That's wasted energy, bro. Midterms aren't going to fix everything, but they're going to stop the bleeding. It's not about fixing everything. You're missing the fucking point. So we're not going to fix everything for 20 goddamn years, bro. But you can stop the bleeding. If you have a gunshot wound to the leg, you have to put a fucking tourniquet on. And that's what winning the fucking house is in 2026. It's a fucking tourniquet. All right? And you got to be realistic about that. Right? You know what I'm saying? But, or you can just cry about it and be like, it ain't gonna fix nothing. So I'm gonna sit on my ass and fucking do nothing and just let my fucking leg get gangrene and shit. You know? Fuck that, bro. Dude, no offense to that guy, but don't let those guys get you down. Okay? Seriously. Don't let those guys get you down, man. There's going to be a lot of negative people, even in our own caucus. And I don't even think they're trying to be negative necessarily, like trying to get us down. I think just a lot of people have trouble finding hope when they're under fire, you know? And I'm not going to eat anyone's lunch for that, because it is hard when you're under fire and when the shit is coming down and people are trying to make you feel like you can't do it. It's like hard to have hope. Not everybody's like good at that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's fucking good at that shit. You know? You know what I mean? They're not. It's hard. It's hard. But not even bebopping in your chair? No, dude. Dude, I'm sweaty. But we're going to get through this, man. We are. Right? We're going to get through this. We will. We will. Yeah, no, I think what Miss Felony says right there is actually true. Take inspiration from trans people, because, dude, they've been dealing with this shit for you know, their whole lives. You know what I mean? Oh. It's going to be okay, though. We gotta show up. Right? We do. We got to show up. Dude. And again, don't worry about the other shit, guys. Because, again, I'm going to say it one more time before we move on. But I want you to be reminded that, first off, there is no situation in America where we don't have elections. Okay? We could be in the middle of a civil war and we're still going to have elections. Okay? The states run the elections. The federal government has no say over the elections. Okay? So there's just going to be elections. Okay, that doesn't mean there's not going to be voter suppression and all manner of shit. But they cannot cancel the elections. Okay, they can't. It's not fucking possible. Doesn't matter what he does. He can start a war. He can fucking do whatever, right? And there's still going to be elections. And if the red states decided to not participate, then they wouldn't have a vote in it, right? Doesn't matter. They contested the fucking shit in 2020 too, and they didn't win. All right? So don't worry about it. All right? They're going to contest everything, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that shit. Just worry about fucking, dude, filling people with false hope. Dude, fuck off, bro. Get out of my chat, bro. Yeah, we don't need you. I'm sorry. We're not going to have any people that are fucking whiny little negative bitches infecting the chat. That's another thing, guys. If you have people like that John Rankin guy who is just in here that sit in your ear, always telling you it's fucked, you can't do anything, there's no hope, set them free, okay? Seriously, set them free. Get rid of those people. They're not going to help you, okay? Just fucking push those people to the sidelines. Get them out of your life. If you have people that sit there and fill you every day with it's hopeless, you can't do anything, fuck them. Get rid of them. Surround yourself with people, okay? Yeah, he's gone. Surround yourself with people that know they have personal power, okay? And then work with those people, all right? Let Zoran Mamdani be your guide, okay? Not crying fucking, you know, oh, there's no elections. Oh, Trumpy. Oh, Charlie Kirk is my king. Go fuck yourselves. Let's go, dude. All right, you ready? Let's go. Let's get it. Dude, let's fucking watch a little Anna v. Destiny, shall we? We haven't had any pure popcorn. Dude, yeah, no, I am tired of that negativity too, boss. It's just not useful. It's not useful, man. Just in life, dude. You know, when you have a sports team, I'm a big sports metaphor guy. And because I've been a Raiders fan since I was 7, like coming up on 50 years now, 49 years of Raiders fandom. And what I will say though, guys, is one of the things I've always noticed with team sports or in a band or in a friend group, if you have somebody there that just pollutes it with like negativity, can't do this, we can't do this, you need to weed those people out of your environment, because those people they're like a cancer that they go around and they just infect everybody with their own fear. I mean, they're not even trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? They're not even trying to do it with fucking, purposely. Like, a lot of times they're not trying to do it like, I mean, sometimes they are, but even if they're not doing it on purpose, the effect is the same. It's usually they're afraid. Yeah, dude, don't worry about it. That person's gone too. They're gone. We get rid of all trolls. Zero fucking trolls in this chat, right? You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't want to fucking make it seem like it's going to be easy, because it's not. We're going to have to participate, okay? We no longer, guys, this is the downside. We no longer have a civic scenario where we don't participate, okay? You know what I mean? Like, it used to be you could not participate because, whatever, the people that were participating would make good decisions. But now there's enough people in America that are making really bad decisions. So now all of us sensible people have to participate, guys. We can no longer just let the participators take it, okay? We gotta do the work. We gotta keep showing up, okay? And anytime you guys need a little inspiration, I'll give you inspiration, all right? But I am not gonna waste time like letting people sit there and say, have no hope, dude, right? We don't have time to try and convince someone who says there's no hope. Because that's another thing, guys. When you have a negative person, like if I left that guy in chat, okay? If I left that guy in chat, the guy who's like, you're giving everyone false hope, he would just be negative the whole time to anything I said. And he could chew up the whole fucking chat with his negativity. But fuck that, dude. We're not hearing any negativity. Right? I have a saying about this, guys. You ready? I have a saying. Is you're allowed to be somebody who just puts up obstacles, but if all you do is put up obstacles, I'm running around you, okay? Like, you're off the team. If that's the role you choose, is to put up obstacles, I'm not going to jump over your obstacles or try to talk you out of putting up obstacles. I'm simply going to remove you. It's like, you don't have to be on the team, but you will get the fuck out of the way, okay? Because I'm not going to let people put obstacles in front of our forward motion, man. I have too much invested in this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's go. Onward and upward. So let's go watch a little Anna, okay? You know what I'm saying? Let's go watch a little Anna, because we haven't watched Anna in a while, because frankly, there's been more important shit going on. And I really, the sound of her voice really fucking grates on me to a degree. And now I have to give a disclaimer, because I don't like Destiny at all. Okay, I don't. But I feel like Anna and Destiny fighting deserves a okay, who's actually worse here at this point? Because he's like a sex pest, and she is a fucking right-wing infiltrator still disguising herself as a leftist by going on the most extreme fucking, show out there. But now I feel like they're kind of on the same level, because you said he is immoral, but so is she. Okay, she's immoral too. But I do like Destiny's debating abilities as much as I find the man vehemently offensive, and he's obviously a disgusting human being. He's got some good debate fucking skills, which I still enjoy. I don't watch it. If he wasn't debating Anna, I wouldn't watch it. I don't follow him, but I do learn about debate when I watch him fucking interact with people. I do. He's a good debater, and so I think there's still something to be learned from him. But oh my god, dude, the guy, he's got problems. But here we go. It's like the bad versus badder. Okay. Let me find the clip. Dude, and of course on Piers Morgan too. But here we go. All right. We got the Vanguard, I guess, covered this.
And when something
All right, so we'll look at the Vanguard. I want to look at their fucking They're the, oh my God, dude, look at that. They got 𝗙𝗫𝗍𝗍𝗍 on there too. Holy shit. Dude, look at this guy. Dude, that's Anna's buddy, the white supremacist, 𝗙𝗫𝗍𝗍𝗍, remember? Dude, he was on her take. What's going on with the Epstein files? Dude, we're going to talk about that too. All right, right after this, we have Epstein file stuff too, because there was a little breakthrough with the money, right? I mean, it's getting attacked from many, many different angles. All right, here we go. Let me find the actual fucking Piers Morgan too. Oh my God, dude, did you see this? Like, did you see how Jeffree Star, like, you see what's happening now is people that are like sex predators, a lot of them are coming out of the woodwork, or people that have issues are coming out of the woodwork. Like you have fucking Jeffree Star, who's a total sex predator, but now he's coming out defending Charlie Kirk. And so he's gonna come back into his career, but on the MAGA side, right? And the same with 𝗙់𝗫𝗍𝗍𝗍. Like she came out for Charlie Kirk too. She's trying to like sane wash her fucking, right? She's gonna sane wash her crypto scam. Because with MAGA, as long as you come out and say like, yeah, Charlie Kirk, go MAGA, they'll accept you. They don't care. You can be a rapist, you could be a murderer, you could be a Nazi. They don't fucking give a shit, okay? They don't give a shit. You can come out and you can rekindle your career, right? That's why as soon as somebody gets a rape charge, they convert to being a Republican like within a week. You know what I mean? I mean, it is just a fucking given, bro. It's what fucking happens, dude.
These people have Charlie.
Fuck off, Megan fucking clownery. Is this it? Is it? Oh my God, dude. Dude, what is this fucking show, dude? Piers Morgan, like...
Is that what you kind of 𝗙𝗪𝗪?
Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Dude, what happened? Did fucking Cornel West just hit the eject button? He's like, I'm out. Dude, Cornel West. Dude, like mad props for him even coming on this, dude. This is like, dude, you got a white supremacist, you got a fucking white supremacist fucking sympathizer disguised as a progressive. Like, what the fuck, bro? Dude, good for him, man.
Very much the exchange that we just saw. You see, this brother right here says, well, all leftists want to see me dead. Well, I'm a leftist. I don't want to see you dead. I'm a Christian.
You called Trump's administration a neo-fascist movement, you lunatic. You people have gone out of your way.
Right. Dude, it is a neo-fascist lunatic. Like, what is this guy crying about? Dude, there was a cut-up about fucking Trump calling people fascists, right? Dude, what the fuck is this guy? What is this clown car talking about, dude? Neo-fascist. Right here, dude. You ready? Look at this.
American politics today is between these far-left fascists led by Harris and her group. We have a fascist person running who's incompetent.
She's a Marxist, communist, fascist, socialist. She's not actually a socialist. She's gone past that. Somebody's got to explain this woman. There's a radical left Marxist, communist, fascist.
Oh.
American politics today is between these far-left fascists led by Harris and her group. We have a fascist person running who's
dude, he's just literally just running fucking words, right? And now what do we got from this goon? Look at this fucking goon, bro. All right, and I'm sorry, the YouTube volume was quiet. I turned it up, guys.
I don't want to see you dead. I'm a Christian.
You called Trump's administration a neo-fascist movement, you lunatic. You people have gone out
You're
of your way.
absolutely right.
You have gone out of your way
let me make the
to
case.
do everything
Let me
possible to
make the
cultivate
case.
this.
Let me make the case.
Oh, yeah,
Will you
just
allow
made
me to
your
speak,
case.
brother? Come
You
on,
just
man.
made your
Come on.
case.
No, you haven't made the case. If you think I've made the case, then you're not in this dialogue.
You just said this brother over here said this.
You very, very
You called
different
him
than brother Charlie, man.
neo-fascist.
You're very different than Charlie, though, man. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I can
it's
make the
rhetoric
case
due
for
to
that,
people
too.
like you that got that man killed, sir.
No.
Dude, he's saying, look at this guy. Dude, who the fuck is this clown, bro? Do you even know who this guy is? Who the fuck is this clown over here? That's like, he's got a script over on the side. Oh, yeah. Who is this guy? Do we know who this guy is? The fuck is this guy's name, dude? Dude, what is this guy's name? Where do we got here? Andrew Wilson, right? That host of The Crucible, Andrew Wilson. What the fuck is The Crucible, dude? The Crucible? Dude, what is this guy? Is this guy like a fucking Puritan? He's got a show called The Crucible? Dude! Fuck, bro. What a fucking weirdo. Dude, he looks like he's got a restraining order that prevents him from, like, being within 500 yards of a fucking grade school, is what he looks like, dude. Oh, Lord. What are we doing, boss? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Dude. Yeah. Dude, I have no idea who this guy is, but what a fucking clown.
No. There are such a thing as neo-fascists. But Pierce, why you have a brother on who's not going to allow nobody to speak, man? We're just wasting time. If all you're interested in is making your money, and you bring this brother on it, and nobody can say a word, and we can't even mourn Brother Charlie passing. I had dialogues with Brother Charlie. This brother's going to say, oh, this 𝗙𝗍𝗆 and so forth. No. Charlie was made in the image of a loving and mighty God. I believe that. I say my prayers for Sister Erica and the kids because this brother wants to trash my Christian sensibility. And look at him laughing now. It's a joke, man. Pierce.
Dude, the more I watch this shit and I realize that, like, dude, Christianity is a fucking clown show, bro. It is just a clown show. It fucks people up so bad. Right? It just completely, dude, what is going on with 𝗙ecie over here, dude? He's getting ready to storm the Bastille. Look at him. Dude, he's over there like looking hard. Dude, it just fucks people up. It fucks up their sensibilities like so bad, bro. You know, they're so polluted. And everybody is so fucking, it's like a mental illness that just never stops.
It's not worth it.
Is Charlie Kirk part of the neo-fascist movement?
Not with this brother.
Is he part of your neo-fascist movement?
Not with this brother.
Yeah.
When Charlie himself says that he is against Civil Rights Act, does that make him a proponent of Jim Crow? When he calls Martin Luther King Jr. an awful human being and a scumbag? I'm critical of that. I am critical of that. You're absolutely right, Brother Wilson. You're absolutely right. But if all you're going to do is be arrogant, you're arrogant just like the so-called leftists you're talking about. But Pierce, you making your money, brother. Go on and make your money, man.
It's all about making.
Not worth it.
Cornell,
this brother
it's all
right
about
here
making
is
money.
part of the problem. This other brother who has a deep connection to Charlie, he's willing to at least listen. But this brother's not willing to
Cornell,
listen.
can you sit down? I would like you to remain part of the debate.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He's smoking his cigarettes with his arrogant self. Come on, man. We don't have enough.
Dude, this guy is such a fucking twat, bro. Jesus.
Dialogue at all.
Anarchist. Dude, Wilson referred to Destiny's our snap tweets a little earlier, which were disavowed by 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗶𝗍. Well, Destiny joins us now.
All right, here we go.
Destiny, you've been quite active on social media since Charlie Kirk's death. When Erica Kirk posted Charlie's coffin, you responded, she tagged him, brackets, crying face emojis. in response to 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶 tweet ordering people to fly their flags at half-mast in memory of Charlie, you posted on X buying flags and poles just to fly them fully erect.
Dude, that's kind of funny, bro.
And you then posted yesterday, ending every conservative debate call out I'd do in 2026 with "Don't dodge, bro." That's not what Charlie would have wanted. I mean, do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
So first off, the 𝗙𝗏𝗃 thing was like, dude, we should be clowning her. We should be clowning 𝗙𝗏𝗃 because that whole like, oh, I love you, touching the hands with their fucking like $50,000 ring on, right? And all that fucking weird shit. Oh, vengeance on everyone. You all did this. Dude, it was so creepy and fucking weird. And yeah, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶, I mean, if you're wondering about 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶, okay, can I just show you? 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶 never gets taken seriously, ever. You know why? Because we have this on fucking tape.
Hey.
Hello, 𝗙cie.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Well, nice.
Hi, big fan. And 2 weeks later,
accusations against the Tate brothers are stomach churning. They are disturbing. And as I will say, you know, and I've said many times since then, that is for the court to handle. And
there you go, dude. That's 𝗙cie𝗶𝗶 in 20 seconds. Hi, nice to meet you. The accusations against the Tate brothers are stomach churning. Dude, they are not serious people.
Yes. I think that the only way this country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side. We are 10 years into whatever this Trump madness is, and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side. I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down.
Yeah, absolutely. And so fuck it. If they won't turn the temperature down, we should turn it up to 11 everywhere, dude. Because, right? Let's just fucking keep turning it up and clowning them, bro. Seriously.
You wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive. Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump. All of the recent political violence that's happened in this country over the past 20 years, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, everybody gets mad because they keep asking Grok about it, has been conservative.
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
A guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family, who was a 22-year-old
guy
white
described.
dude.
Yeah, there you go. There's a guy who was raised in a MAGA Mormon gun-toting household.
Trans. He didn't have a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans influences. He didn't have any trans bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys were wrong on all of that.
To be clear, the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear that their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology.
Dude, yeah, but that's bullshit. There is no fucking leftist ideology that kills. There's not. There is no leftist ideology that kills. And Spencer Cox, why is the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, I call him Spencer Cox. Why is Spencer Cox talking about goddamn ideology in the first place? He's not a cop. Shut the fuck up. Why is the governor even involved in this shit? You know what I mean? Ask yourself that, right? Why is the governor of Utah even doing PR around this bullshit? Dude, fuck the governor of Utah. Dude, we've seen his texts. We've seen his talk. The guy was not a leftist. He wasn't fighting for health care. He wasn't fighting for higher education. He never even talked about politics, this kid. He used a bunch of Groyper memes, and he lived in a family that wouldn't allow him to be himself. He had to hide who he was. Why? Because they were religious, MAGA, gun-toting fucking freaks. Okay? He was raised by MAGA. He was indoctrinated by MAGA, and then eventually he snapped, which, I mean, it happens, dude. It does.
Which drove him to do this. That's just
I'm sorry, excuse me, when?
Yesterday, he said that.
No. When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote college?
I don't know when he was radicalized, but I do know.
What you just said is not true.
The very reasonable-sounding governor of Utah has made it clear.
It's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. The very reasonable-sounding governor of Utah. Yeah, the Utah governor said that, but it's not true. There's no proof that this guy was radicalized by anybody. Zero proof that Tyler was radicalized by anyone. He went to less than 1 semester in college, and it was remote. Okay, this kid wasn't radicalized. It's fucking bullshit, bro.
He hasn't made it
you may
clear.
not want
He
to
said
hear
this is
this.
an ongoing investigation.
You may not want to hear it,
it,
Destiny. But the reality is the investigators, according to the governor of Utah, have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk. Now, let me just ask you.
That's just not true.
Let me just
There's
ask
no
you.
way to deal with it.
Okay,
You're living in
you're
a
accusing the
delusional
governor of lying.
fantasy. Yeah.
That's your prerogative. But
Sure.
if it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
So you won't condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk until Donald Trump says something.
I'm a YouTuber. Leftists and Democrats have been condemning and turning down the temperature, condemning violence, turning down the temperature for a decade. Donald Trump can't go on TV and say, all of us need to calm down.
Right.
Can you tell me why he cannot
Why would you
his side
expect
to
anybody,
calm down?
Destiny?
You can't answer that. Can you answer that question? Why can't
Can
Trump
you
go
answer
on TV
this
and say,
question?
all of us should be less violent?
Why do you
can't
think
Trump say that?
Why do you
Why
think
is your behavior contingent on Donald Trump?
Insane right now.
Why do you think?
Your
No, let me
behavior
ask a
contingent
question.
on Donald
Dude,
Trump?
what the fuck is Anna doing? She says, why is your behavior contingent on Donald Trump? Let me tell you guys. Okay, Anna, Piers, you fucking morons. Because Donald Trump's the goddamn president. He sets the tone for the whole country. So if your president sets the tone of being a pompous, gasbag, violence-spewing prick, then that shit is going to happen all over the country. Period. Okay, the goddamn president. Destiny doesn't need to say that because he's not the fucking president. Okay? Charlie Kirk didn't need to do that because he's not the president. Those guys can go ahead and be extremists because they're fucking YouTubers. But the president of the United States, it's his goddamn job to tell everybody, whoa, yo, let's not be violent. Everybody turn this down. Let's get together. Right? He doesn't go in there and say, ooh, the radical leftists are the enemy within is more dangerous than the outside enemy. That's fucking bullshit. And Anna, you fucking clown, you fucking Trump sniffing, fucking her take, white supremacy hosting weirdo. Goddamn, what happened to her, bro? Jesus.
Let me ask a question.
Because he's the president of the United States of America and the leader of the
Destiny. Let me
You have a huge audience of young men who listen to everything you have to say. So when it doesn't matter. You have a huge...
Dude, is she blaming Destiny's audience on this fucking killing? What the fuck is going on with her, dude? Dude, look at her. Look at her. What is... Dude. Dude, Anna, look at Jack Posobiec. Dude, every time I look at Posobiec, he's just like, dude, he's like, I'm taking my 5th shit of the evening. Dude. Dude. Oh my God, bro. Dude, she does want to kick a puppy.
Huge audience. And because of the fact that you have a huge audience, you have a responsibility to not turn... No, it hasn't. It hasn't been broken. I actually care about the country and want to bring people together. You do the opposite. You represent the worst of us, Destiny. You're embarrassing.
You should tell Donald.
All right, let me ask Destiny a question.
Watch how easy this is.
Dude, he said your brain has been broken by people bullying you on Twitter. Oh my God, dude, Posobiec. Dude, every time we look at him, he's like, his brow is so furrowed, dude. Oh Lord. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck, dude?
Don't all shout at once, please.
If Donald Trump would have come out
Destiny,
and said, hey, we should all be less violent,
Destiny,
I have no problem saying
I have one
absolutely.
question for you,
Why
Destiny.
can't conservatives do that? Why can't conservatives do that?
Destiny, I have a question for you. Why do you think in your campaign for everyone to dial down the temperature,
Together, you do the opposite.
Destiny,
hey, we should all be less violent.
Destiny,
I have no problem saying
I have one question for you,
Why
Destiny.
can't conservatives do that? Why can't conservatives do that?
Destiny, I have a question for you. Why do you think in your campaign for everyone to dial down the temperature, why do you think that mocking the grieving widow of Charlie Kirk when she posts an image of her at the coffin side, why do you think that constitutes turning down the temperature?
Dude, first off, before he answers, I'd like to say that her posting this ghoulish, ghastly shit, I love you, is fucking turning up the temperature, right? The very act of like not even letting her husband get in the ground before she goes and makes some statement about how we're coming for you, we're gonna get vengeance, we're never gonna stop, and then she's like humping the fucking corpse in the casket. And like, dude, that was like political violence. Just watching it, dude. It is like, ew, dude. She's turning up the temperature. She is turning up the fucking cash register. The whole thing was just some fucking like giant. I mean, she did the speech next to his empty chair, right? And like, dude, he's got kids, bro. Why isn't she hanging out with the kids? Taking care of her kids instead of standing next to an empty chair, like calling for retribution. And then Vance was like fucking sitting in the chair and him and Stephen Miller are having a fucking fascist jerk-off fest. Oh, retribution, retribution! Ah! Dude, what the fuck, man?
You can't turn down the temperature on your own. The president of the United States is not
inflame the temperature.
able
You're
to
mocking his widow.
Already inflamed.
You're
What are you
mocking his
talking
widow.
about? We've had multiple political assassinations over the past year. What do you mean it's turning up the temperature?
Why did you mock his widow?
Online because
Why did you mock his widow?
Because she's being used as a political weapon right now
Wow.
for conservatives to continue their fight. What do you mean, wow? She's literally doing
Her husband just got
ads
murdered.
on email. Yeah, and she's using it to drive up recruitment for
And
a
you
political
can't even
movement.
condemn the murder. You won't
The
condemn
president
it.
can't even tell his side
You're
to
so
turn the temperature
deranged
down.
about Trump
that
you cannot condemn the murder because you're waiting for Donald Trump to say something.
Off of it. It's
All right, let me
crazy
bring
to me that
in Jack.
Republicans can't
Let me
do
bring
it.
in. Let me bring in Jack.
I look at so dude, he's always shitting. Dude, what the fuck, bro?
The world.
I gotta
And
say,
there's still no answer to that question, Piers. You can't say
Which question?
Why can't Donald Trump simply go on TV and say we all need to turn it down,
Fine.
like Biden could, like Obama could,
Fine.
like the Clintons could, like Kamala could? Why
Fine.
not?
Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie
it's
Kirk?
unbelievable. I'm not the president
Why
of the United
can't
States.
you
answer that
condemn
question.
the
It's
murder of Charlie
unbelievable.
Kirk?
Unbelievable to me.
Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Because it wasn't my side that caused it. It should
Yes,
be the
it
one
was.
that is driving up
It
the
actually
rhetoric. You
was
don't
your
know
side.
It was not. Dude, it was not. This was not a leftist killing. That kid was not a leftist, bro. That kid, like, I don't know what his political affiliation was. We know he was raised MAGA, but he was not a leftist because, dude, if you look at his fucking Discord posts, he never even talked about politics. He mentioned Trump once. He mentioned Biden once. He wasn't a fucking leftist, dude.
Caused it. It was your side.
Dude, Let's go. All right. Sorry, I had to go tweet face. All right.
This guy was raised in a white Christian
He was a
household,
radicalized
in a Christian
leftist
state.
ideology.
He wasn't radicalized by...
Dude, look at Piers, right? Piers says he was a radicalized leftist ideology is what he said. But like, okay, Piers, what was his ideology, bro? Like, tell me about his leftist ideology. Like, fire away, Piers. Let's fucking hear. Dude, he wasn't a leftist.
By leftism at all. You have no proof of that whatsoever.
That's what
just
the
like
investigators
the one that killed
are
Melissa
saying.
Was a conservative, just like the people that firebombed Shapiro's house was a conservative, just like all the J6ers were conservatives, just like the Proud Boys were conservatives. Every single one of these people. Oh, it's Jack Posobiec, what, the author of Unhuman, another person that Charlie supported. Good one, dude.
Well, I'll give you one last chance, Desmond.
Dude, I need to get in there, bro. Dude, we need to get big enough so I can get on this show, boss. Oh my God, dude.
We need to condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Yes, you are acting like an unhuman.
Why can't I hear Donald Trump
condemn
violence in this
all
country?
right, you won't condemn it. Okay, we've all heard.
That's insane.
We've all heard you repeatedly refuse to condemn it.
We've heard Donald Trump refuse to condemn it too. But for some reason, the leftists on YouTube are a bigger deal. Unbelievable.
Yeah, what's incredible is you don't have the basic humanity to condemn it. You'd rather taunt his widow. I find that sickening. Jack Posobiec.
I find it sickening that when people are getting killed in the country, the president of the United States on Fox and Friends, when they're begging him, what do you say to your followers that want revenge? He says, I don't know, all the elections are rigged. It's the radical Democrats. That's insane to me. And then the fixation is, well, who on Twitter and YouTube isn't condemning the violence?
All right, Jack Posobiec.
You have a great example here of the type of cancer I'm talking about, where when you present direct information, they refuse, they obfuscate, they refute, they say it's not true, they lie. You could see from the bullet casings, you could see from postings, you could see from everything out there that it's very clear what happened here.
The bullet casings, dude. The bullet casings had a bunch of memes on them, most of which were Groyper memes.
This is the same people who supported President Trump almost getting assassinated twice last year. 𝗏𝗏
twice, please.
𝗏𝗏 being assassinated
by
last
conservatives.
Year in a situation. Again, see, just lies. That's all they do. They talk over. They don't even let you give a chance to speak. And something needs to be done, Piers. Something absolutely needs to be done. This ideology should be shamed, humiliated, driven from the public discourse. I mean, you've got people who have completely dissociated with humanity because all they care about are clicks and YouTube streams and likes.
Dude, this is Jack Posobiec. The guy who runs the End Wokeness account is saying that you got people out there that are just trying to get clicks. Dude, I know Pizzagate, bro. He was the Pizzagate guy. Dude, this guy's jerking off onto a fucking large pepperoni with thick crust. And he wants to talk to us about clicks and Jesus.
Go to the casket. Go to the gravesite. Go talk to the widow. I don't even know how to discuss this with someone who's completely lost all touch with reality.
Yeah, I mean, Anna.
What's Jack's answer to why can't the president say we should all be less violent?
Right. Because you can't even condemn the cold-blooded execution of Charlie.
Dude, you notice how they won't answer that question? Tony, let's go, baby. Dude, you notice how they won't answer the question? Dude, they won't. They won't answer the question. Dude, they won't. They keep avoiding the Trump question. Like Piers keeps going to Destiny, as though Destiny has some question. Yeah, dude, that's what it reminds me of, Miss Felony. That video with Hassan was the one that got my channel monetized. My commentary about that Hassan video is how my channel got monetized. And it was the same shit the whole time. He kept saying, do you condemn Hamas? Do you condemn Hamas? And Hassan was like, dude, I condemned Hamas like 100 fucking times, bro. Like, why do you keep asking me that? Remember the British guy where Hassan's like, who the fuck are you? What are you even doing on this show, bro? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, dude. Jesus. Dude, what the fuck, bro?
Trump turns on Destiny.
I don't think you're in the
YouTube,
position to demand anything from anybody
on YouTube. That's how I'm going to take my.
You're
my
not in any
pointers,
position
really?
to condemn anybody for anything. You won't condemn a cold-blooded
He's the president
murder.
of the United States. He's the president of the United States. No one here can answer that question.
Basic humanity says the murder was horrific.
Can't say
Why can't
all
you
of us
say
need
it?
to be less violent.
Why can't
Democrats
you say
have been
it,
saying
Destiny?
for over a decade.
To say the murder was horrific.
Dude, why do they need Destiny to say this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point? Why do they need Destiny to say it? Maybe Destiny doesn't think the murder was horrific. Okay? I mean, all murders are horrific, right? Of course. But like, I don't think the Charlie Kirk murder was as horrific as the school shooting that happened the same day that claimed more lives. And they weren't polarizing political figures. They were innocent kids just going to school, shot up by a right-winger in Colorado the same goddamn day. Fuck you, Piers. Fuck you, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗍, you white supremacist piece of shit. Like, maybe he's not fucking broken up by the death of Charlie Kirk, because those kids that died in Colorado are a bigger deal. And the kids that died in Uvalde and Sandy Hook and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and every other fucking school shooting, okay? All done by right-wing motherfuckers and fucking right. And then what does the president say? Get over it. So, oh yeah, Charlie Kirk got shot. Get over it. Okay? That's what Trump said. Get over it. Or what Joni Ernst said. We're all gonna die. Right? It's like, fuck these guys. You know what I mean? Goddamn, bro. That's it. I'm not listening to any more of this shit. I'm going to go make a video. All right? I'm going to go make several videos. Dude, this is going to be a good video. Dude, yeah, don't forget Anna, fuck you. Gently, we love you, fuck you. Dude, what's Destiny's YouTube? Just Google Destiny fucking left wing or Destiny YouTube. You'll find it. Dude, let's go. All right, I don't even like Destiny, but dude, it is good to see him fucking argue. You know what I'm saying? Epstein. Oh, yeah. Dude, Epstein. Fuck, bro. Shit. I wanted to, like, look at that thing, dude. Dude. Don't support Destiny? I'm not supporting Destiny. Dude, I don't follow Destiny on any platforms. I don't support Destiny, but I appreciate his debating abilities. I do. So, dude, let me just see. Let me see what I got here. You know, I'll be honest, though. Dude, I think I'm going to have to make some videos. We're going to have to cover Epstein tomorrow. We're going to have to cover Epstein tomorrow because there is a really big sort of financial scandal brewing because they are starting to look into his finances. We know Ron Wyden's been doing this and there have been some breakthroughs, but I think also it will benefit from me having a little bit of research and being able to prep, because I find when I prep, I'm able to be a little more organized and we can cover more shit. But yes, we do need to keep an eye on the ball with Epstein. We do. I'm telling you guys, if you know any actors, if you know any people that are involved in the Screen Actors Guild, or if you want to get online and fucking like reach out to the Screen Actors Guild, suggest that they strike. I think SAG-AFTRA should strike against ABC for this bullshit capitulating to fucking Donald Trump. Okay, we got to do something about this. We got to use our voice. Maybe we have find a way that we can fuck over ABC by protesting. You can certainly cancel, like if you have ABC streaming services, you can cancel that shit. There is a lot of power in Hollywood. There's a lot of union power in Hollywood. And I know that SAG condemned it. They already came out and SAG condemned it. So fucking... You know what I mean? So I start at 11 p.m., Sabrina. 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right? Right now, we're getting into edit mode.
just want to change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't want to hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together.
Yeah, dude, I don't support Destiny at all, boss. He's despicable, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have fucking, you know, debating skills that I can fucking pick up on as well.
I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. All right. Take care of your head, guys.
I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Big love. Big love. We're in it to win it, baby. Good night.
I don't ever want to come down. I'd rather be found. It gets better. I wonder. My pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant. Paint away day and night, 6 hearts of I'm okay. You're alright, goodbye then if you dare. Someone new is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in panic. Yeah. After you, I'm afraid of feeling some too soon. Cling to what you're giving. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. is what I think I will drown in here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think I will drown